Hi there, I am getting ready to draw here on my iPad with Adobe Fresco and Apple Pencil. I'm going to go for, I just have to get this centered just a little bit. I'm going to go for an Art Deco style, which this woman is very much an Art Deco style. I kind of take my inspiration from old artists from the 20s, like, and earlier, Art and William Blake, Gustav Klimt. So I'm going to start with a brand new, fresh canvas in Adobe Fresco. I'm going to put on the symmetry button and I'm going to start designing a person. And hopefully I will not get lost in here because it takes a little while for YouTube to get me up and running. First thing I'm going to do is choose a vector brush. And I'm just going to go ahead with a round and keep it pretty small, 3.5 inches. It takes a few minutes for YouTube to get me up to the masses, so to speak. So I'm choosing reflective symmetry, and sometimes I get lost in my drawing very quickly. I'm going to do sort of a basic here. Hi, thanks for joining. I just got started and I'm using the symmetry button in Adobe Fresco. I'm doing an Art Deco style, so like the lips right here are going to be quite exaggerated. I think even more than that. And we probably want them to go up a little bit. So this is, oh wow, hi, thank you. I'm so glad people are joining. I am live again. That one Arose. Hi, just going to say hi to a few people here. Hi, Mercedes. Hi, LARP, TLR. And Aroche, Arrow Ace, I'm not sure. So I think I'm going to make the eyes and the nose bigger. I use all of the fun tools on Adobe Fresco because they are here, so why not? Instead of erasing and redrawing. You're back again. Yes, I appreciate it. Arrow Ace, yes. My memory is pretty good, but sometimes I do forget people's handles. Usually I'll remember a story, or if somebody's got like, particular talent or a kid and they talk about something kind of personal, I usually will remember. Sometimes it has to do with gaming. I know there's a lot of gamers that come on here. Last live, I was on the Christmas Zoom one when you were coloring that second reindeer. Oh, so that was a while ago. I got that That was 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Man, that was an epic effort to get that 'Twas the Night Before Christmas done in time for Christmas. That was just a huge effort. But I did it. I got it done, and maybe I'll play it before I leave today. Sometimes I get a copyright strike if I play some of my videos that have music in them. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so what I'm doing today is I'm going to create a woman who will have like it'll be like a comic book where there's she's got thought bubble here, and then I'm going to have words in the thought bubble, and I'm going to animate all of it. So it's going to take me a while. I'm going to be here a while. So feel free to come and go, but don't stay gone for long, because I will wear out, you know. And then it might be another week before I get on here. So I really kind of want to go a little bit further with mapping this out before I trace over all of it. And that is not what I want. What I'm trying to say here is I want this chin, make that a little wider. We're going to make this lip shaped a little bit different. There we go. I like that. I want these eyebrows to be a little bit bigger, and the eyes to be just a little bit bigger too. Okay, I'm starting to feel like I've got the character that I want. And I will try and, so let's see, first thing I'll do is I'm going to draw the eyeball itself is quite big. Then I'm going to draw the iris here and the pupil. I think I'm going to have to make this eyebrow a little bit higher. Put a little more space right here. And I want the eyes to be slanted up a bit. So it's I'm doing a lot of changing here because, and then I will go back and trace over all of this. Make sure I keep an eye on my comments. Thanks for the thumbs up. Hey, if you've not been here before, I try to come on once a week. I've been quite religious last year doing that, and then I took a bit of a break over Christmas, and then I honestly, just absolutely honestly, the news has been getting me down and totally distracting me. And you know, I still have to go to work and all that, but this is what I do for fun. And I've I've not felt super happy. So I thought, well, I don't think I can go on and be inspiring for people. So I kind of stayed off for a little while. Add a Q&A sticker. Oh, YouTube's making a suggestion that I should ask a question. So if I were going to ask a question, I would probably say, what is your favorite art style? Because I love talking about art. So I think we're going to make this head a little bit bigger here. Okay. And like I said, I'm actually kind of focusing this or fashioning this after Art Deco. And I'll just grab one of those Art Deco. I'm going to grab Arte because Arte is really, to me, inspiring. I happen to have an Arte book here. Let me see if I can find a good face. Okay, so not the main face, but the face next to it. I love that. Let me find some more beautiful, fashionable faces. Here's another one. Oops, if I can get the light on it. And oh, this one. That one super inspires me. Let me see if I can get the light on that one. I think I'm going to put it here and then zoom in. I totally could fashion this whole drawing after that style right there. I love that. So, okay, I just needed a little bit of inspiration. And so forward I go. Something that Arte did was he would make the lips a little bit smaller. So let's just do that so we stay true to the style. We'll go a little bit smaller. There we go. Deselect. And I will, whoops, cancel that lasso. We want to grab a pen. And I will fade this out and I'll just start drawing sort of kind of beautiful stuff on top of it. But one of the things I'm going to do is I'm probably going to distort it so that this person looks like they're looking a little bit sideways before I start drawing the finished piece. But let's get some. I am going to add a pendant, or I'm going to add a headpiece here. I love doing that. I did that on another drawing recently, and I really liked how it turned out. And then I'm going to draw, whoopsie, done. Let me grab that circle again. I'm going to make it smaller and draw some teardrop earrings coming down on both sides. We'll put that away. Okay, ears. I want to say the ears are going to be about like that. Maybe bit bigger. So we'll get rid of a few lines that don't work so well. Like the teardrop thing, I need to redo that. Okay. And I think these are going to be just a spiral. Like that. Let's make this a little more dramatic. Not quite sure how I want to do this right here. Ooh, kind of like that. I think this chin is a little bit low. Now, I think I'm going to just thinking about how do I want to, I'm going to undo all of that. I'm going to do some really exaggerated eyelashes on this character. And we'll make like a little pendant coming down here. And then maybe some beads up here. I think I want these to actually be sort of an angle, not a curl. And the same with her. just going to take a look here at some hairstyles that might be interesting. So I'm not sure I totally love the way I've got her bob, where it's going at sort of a funny angle up the back. It would be kind of cool to see the back, like if she had like a point at the back of her hair, but I'm not going to show the back of her head, so that doesn't work so well. I saw a really cute haircut when I was zooming through the pages here earlier, but it's escaping me now. I don't know what haircut it was. Huh. It might have been that little bob right there where she had bangs and just sort of a straight done. So she had bangs. Not sure how I feel about it. Maybe. And I think we'll do collar, some sort of a beautiful brooch. Okay, so I've got her sort of roughed in here. Thanks for stopping by. We're just roughing out this drawing. Okay, so she is on one layer, and I am going to make her smaller, and I am going to distort her. Now, that means I'm gonna change how this side of her face looks a bit, because, and I'll change a little bit about her nose. So I want her to be at a little bit of an angle. So for instance, whoops, let me undo that. I have to turn off my symmetry. All right. So we won't necessarily see her other ear. Okay, and I think that this whole mouth is going to move this way a little bit. Maybe not quite that dramatic. Not quite that dramatic. So we're going to do that a different way. We're going to do this. There. Not too dramatic, just a little though. And then just going to take this whole thing here and move it over. Ta-da. Done. Deselect. Cancel, switch, deselect. Okay, so this shoulder needs to be up higher than this shoulder. And we're just going to redraw that whole bit right there. So that's that other spiraled earring, kind of hiding behind her face. Okay. And that's where I'm going to do the words, in there. So now I kind of have to create different layers in order for this to become a painting. Keep symmetry off. This layer, I'm going to make it very light. And then I am going to draw my character and paint her in. And then we'll start adding some words. Hello. Who do we have here? Wolf. Hi, thanks for joining me. I am just about to start the next level of this drawing. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. The goal here today is to make an animated an animated drawing. So I am going to first start by filling in the skull color. Thank you. I might lighten her up just a little bit. Okay, then I can come back in and add some shadows with a little bit darker. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hello. Hi, friendship. Nice to see you here. Okay, so I think the next thing I'm going to do is work on the eyes and the hair on another layer. Make this really small. Do a little cleanup right away. I saw a comment pop up there. You're a young YouTuber. Are you an artist? No. Do you like to draw or paint a little bit? Or make stuff? Yes. Well, then I would say you're a budding artist. I think a lot more people are artists than give themselves credit. So I'm going to go back to my skinny line here. Go really small. So I can add some colors into the eyes. All right. I tend to, just for some reason, because it's so uncommon, I like to give these models often green eyes because it's just so uncommon. It's very unlikely that you'll find someone with green eyes, and I want people to be kind of different. And then we're going to go almost white, kind of a creamy white there, and then we'll go with like a pink, just a little bit of a pink right in the corners. Okay, so when I shut this drawing off, it becomes clear how much I need to do still. So we're going to do these awesome eyebrows here. Whoa, whoopsie. We're going back up here and we're going to add some eyebrows. And I can actually choose like a brush that tapers. I think that'll be nicer for the eyebrows. I don't think I need it to be quite that thick though. We'll go with a 3.5. I think I went up a little high on that one. Kind of like that. And then I always like to make the eyes look a little more lively by adding, go to a nice light green here and go back to just the round brush and add a little bit of depth by having a reflecting light in here. Whoops, I goofed it up. Oh, I just saw a comment pop up. I'll go and look at it in a second. You're welcome. I'm not sure what I did to deserve a thank you, but you only have 12 subscribers. Oh, friendship. So what is it that you want to share on YouTube? Are you a gamer, or are you because I'll go over and check out your I'll check out your channel and subscribe if you want me to. It's always good if we subscribe to things that we're interested in or will visit. Just saying. Not that I won't visit, but I would like to know what you, a Roblox YouTuber. So I think that's a gaming thing, right? Okay. Yes. Well, I'll have to go check it out. All right, so now I want to go to a nice dark green and put a shadow right at the top of these eyes, right here. Something happened with my light line over on the other one. Deselect. Oh, I lost my line. Let me go back and grab that. And we'll draw that again. I like that. Let's turn off the sketch just to see how it's looking. Okay. Okay, I think we need to add some lips now, and we're going to make them pretty bright. So we'll go with a little bit darker on the top. Okay, that does not look like the right color. I must be on the wrong layer. I am. So let's try that again. And then we're going to bucket fill that. We're going to go to slightly lighter over here. Draw the bottom lip. And we'll bucket fill that. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think I want to add some nice dark shadows to the nose. And I'm going to turn off this layer for a minute again to see how that's worked. Oops, that turned off the wrong layer. Let me go to this layer. Okay, I like that. It's pronounced Roblox. Roblox. Okay. Are you pretty good at it? Are you practicing and just getting better and better? Like, how do you feel about what you're doing? Okay, I've got to put a dark line here. It's like a website site for kids and adults. Oh, okay. Your YouTube channel is? Or Roblox is? Roblox is a website. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, kind of slow on the uptake. Okay, so I need to give this person some color in their face. Let's go back to that. What happens if I put some rosy cheeks on this person? Is that going to look ridiculous? a little bit. I think it needs to be a little bit more closer to the color of the ooh, that's kind of interesting. I didn't mean to do that though. I'm just leave those cheeks for now because I don't know for sure what I want to do with them. But mainly kids. Okay, got it. Okay, so now I want to go behind this and I'm going to add some hair. And I think we're going to give this gal black hair. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Nope. It goes like, so we're not behind. Plus, let's go behind. Let's fill it. Then we're going to go another layer on top. Do I play a game called Among Us? I don't, but I'm definitely going to check it out. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some notes here in the corner. Row, how do you spell it? R-O, let me look at your name. R-O-B-L-O-X. And then the other one is Among Us. This will remind me to go look these things up when I get done here. Okay, so I think I'm going to need to block out this circle and maybe this pendant. What happens? Whoa, that did not work. Let me see if I can fill it in now. Yes. Okay. All right. So these cheeky things here gotta go. There's a little bit of a line left, so it's possible I could kind of fill them with another color that's close. I need to go just a little bit darker. Or maybe not. just need to get rid of them. Okay, so I'm going to go up to this hair right here. Oops, I did it again. Okay, and now I'm going to add a little bit of a gray streak. I'll use the taper brush and I'm going to go on this layer. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to select this whole magic wand, that, and that, that. Don't know why that's giving me trouble there. And then I'm going to go back and I've magic wanded that hair, so now I can draw with, oh, that's so weird. I did not get what I thought I got. Deselect. Okay, now I've got what I thought I got. All right, so let's go back. We'll go to that gray color. We go on to this layer and, oh gosh, what's going on? It's supposed to, oh, I think I see what's going on here. I've got the wrong brush. Vector brush. There we go. Nope, I did it again. Vector brush. That's what we want. You made 3 long videos today, and they are my first 3. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll definitely go check it out. I love watching how people do new YouTubes. So I'm going to deselect. There's something wacky going on here. Yeah, you bet. Happy to check it out. That's all. Creativity comes in all forms. Gaming is just another one, especially if you're making videos. Okay. I'm not sure I love her, but I'm going to go with it for right now because, you know, why not? And then we're going to go ahead and bucket fill that stuff. You're on your new phone. Oh, okay. Let's turn this one back on. And we'll give her a purple shirt. On the wrong. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can bucket that, fill that. Okay. We'll go to a little bit darker purple. Go back and draw the rest of this. And fill it. Oops. What happened there? My little cousin's favorite color is purple. You know, I think there's something that happens with people when they're growing up. Like, I think there's certain times in your life when we have certain colors. Like, if your cousin's favorite color is purple, I'm going to guess that your cousin is between 6 and 11 years old. True. Yeah. Maybe that's kind of a big range. Okay, let's go 7 to 9. Is that still true? 7 to 9? Yeah. So when people are really young, younger than that, I think they like the color pink. I think pink is like a favorite color when people are like 4, 5, and 6 years old. And then when they get to be about 7, 8 years old, it shifts to pink. And I mean, there's also other colors that people are find to be their, I'm sorry, it shifts to purple. Starts as pink, shifts to purple. Green is another one. I remember my son really liked green when he was little. Okay, so I think I'm just going to shift to like creating a background, plus. Let's add a background and let's just make it a really vibrant blue. And I'm just going to bucket fill it. Maybe a little bit lighter. Yeah. And then your favorite color is blue. He hates pink, and my favorite color is blue. Yeah. Pink is like, a lot of times little kids like pink. Really little kids. Okay, so now I am going to add on top, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to add a layer. I am going to add the talk bubbles. Or the think bubbles. So the way that we're going to do this, I think that this, I should probably detail that out because it doesn't look right just like that. And I'll go on that layer. And I think I'll choose a nice gold color. Or maybe I'll choose a purple to match her shirt. I think I'm going to change this up a little bit. I am going to give her sort of a headdress. So you can do when you're the artist, you can completely change the drawing. And then here, I'm going to erase here. Okay. Now I think I'm going to write some words. Let me think about what I'm going to write. I had some ideas. I wanted to make this about her talking about kids and how we should take care of kids. Every child deserves a safe world. Protecting childhood is protecting the future. Safety and love should surround every child. Children need advocates, not just observers. Nurturing children means protecting their dreams and their rights. We build a better world when we protect the smallest among us. I like that one. We build a better world when we protect the smallest among us. Okay, so I'm going to go up here. I'm going to add a layer. And this is going to be a gold layer. A really nice, strong, dark gold. And I'm going to use a regular round pen. And I'm going to put in the letter W, a little bit bolder. I wonder if I need to make that a bit darker. I think I do. And then this is when the animation comes in. So I'm going to animate this layer. And I'm going to duplicate that frame, and then I'm going to write the letter E on the next frame. Do I like that E? No. And then I'm going to duplicate that frame, and I'm going to add the word we build. I'll add a B, duplicate frame, duplicate. And I'm going to show you what happens. So let me zoom in here so you can see what I'm looking at. Down here, I keep adding these frames. And when I hit play all, when I hit play all, you can see up here, we build is starting to show. So I have to get us back here. Okay, we build. All right, so the way that I do that is I stop. I'm going to pause that, go all the way here, and I'll duplicate that frame. We build a better world. So I'll move over here, and I'm going to add A. Let's see how it's working. Duplicate. When I was 4 or 5 years old, I started to cry because my mom gave me a blue plate and not a pink plate. Yeah, right? You liked pink when you were 4 or 5. Little kids like pink. I don't know why. Okay, so protecting, let's see. Build a better world. World. Duplicate. when we build a better world when we protect the I want a tutorial on how to edit on YouTube. Well, there's a lot of tutorials out there. I bet you could find it if you searched. Should I make that a heart? I think I should. Okay, so now play all. We build a better world when we protect the smallest among us. Pause. Let me go down here to the end, and I'm going to duplicate that frame about 10 times, so it'll pause on that. Play all. Now, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have her eyes move. So I might start merging these. I'm going to merge down. Merge down. Watch this. I'll just want to watch this stream, and then I will search it up. Yes, sure. Do it later. Play all. Okay, so now I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make her eyes look up there. So I'm going to duplicate this frame a couple times, and then I'm going to change my settings here so I don't show the onion skin. Okay. So here I want to change these eyes. And I'm trying to decide the best way to start doing this. I think the best way is to start with my vector brush and go to this color right here and bring the eyeballs up. Basically, the eyeballs are going to go up. They're going up quite a bit. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to put them up here. I'm actually going to go with this lighter green right here and bucket fill that. There we go. Then I'm going to go with this darkest green here and just put a shadow up here. So let's just look at this one eye. And does it look like it's looking up more? I think I want to get the taper brush again. I do think she's looking up now. Oh, thank you. Oh man, I've done some prettier stuff than this. She's a little rough, but you know, I'm just accepting her. I wish she was a little bit better. Artists aren't we all just sort of hard on ourselves? Like I should be like grateful that I'm able to draw on YouTube. I should not say bad things about my own art. Like I take it all back. Okay, we're going to go with that medium color. I need to go back to my round brush. Okay. What was my favorite subject in school? Well, art. But then when I got into college, I really, really liked anthropology. I loved learning about the origins of humans. I really enjoyed that a lot. What's your favorite subject in school? Music. Oh, that's exciting. I was never very good at music. I tried though. I mean, I tried guitar for a while. And I was pretty mediocre. My kids were always better at music than I was. So what's your favorite? Like, do you like to play a particular instrument, or do you sing, or do you compose? Okay. So I even think I'm gonna actually even do a little bit more here with this. Okay, deselect. Let's go to the right layer. Do the lasso. I think I finally have transform. Done. Deselect. Now we're gonna fill this with white, almost white, right there. Oopsie, no. You play games. We play games with learning. Okay, with music. Yeah, what a great way to learn anything is if you can put it to music. What school? Are you in a public school or a private school? My daughter went to Waldorf. My son went to public school. My daughter went to private school. And they used to do a lot of, in the private school, they did a lot of learning with music. It was really interesting. Oh, I think that's good. I think where I moved her eye is just about perfect. I'm kind of thinking that I don't like how far out her lips are going. And whoopsie. That's better. And you have a selfish math teacher, public school, and I have a selfish math teacher. Oh, that's interesting. A selfish teacher. Very interesting. Ooh, did you see her eye move? It's because I went back one. So here, I need to change this. Well, it moves a little bit, but I think that's okay. There, I like that better. So, the only thing I don't like on either of these eyes is how heavy the black line is down here. So I think I'm gonna fix that. Okay, the other thing that I don't like is how I've got the shadow on here. Like, really don't like it. Hmm. Hmm. I don't think I can copy this. I'm gonna try though. Copy selection. Paste selection. Yeah, it made a whole nother layer. Okay, so undo that. Undo. Done. Delete. Okay, so this one, I'm going to delete that frame. Delete that frame. And then I'm just going to fix this frame. She doesn't like me at all, and I'm in 4th grade. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder if, have you told your mom or your dad or your caregiver? Like, I feel like you should be able to have one of the adults in your life talk to this person, this teacher of yours. I mean, if you could tell her how you feel, that would be the best. If you could tell her that you don't think that she likes you. And it would be interesting to know what she thinks about that, because she might not even be aware that she's making you feel that way. And she might okay, I want to go totally with this color down here. She might change her ways if she knew. My mother had this saying when I was young: awareness is a powerful thing. A lot of times people will change dramatically when they gain some awareness. I think it's okay that it moves a little bit. Okay, so we're going to start her like that, with her eyes kind of down. And then she's going to look up, and I'm going to duplicate that as the words are building right above her head. And now I'm going to change the eyes so that they're looking more over this way, and they're going this way. I'm going to change them so they're going that way next. And I think I can do it fairly easily by just using my lasso. And I'm going to change something here. Yes, but she is really mean, and every time I talk to her, she says, "Go sit down." Okay, that sounds like a problem. Do you want do you just want me to listen to you tell me that you're unhappy with her, or do you want ideas of what to do? Because I don't have to tell you what to do. It sounds like it's a problem that you've thought about, and you might not want my opinion. But I will give you my opinion if you want my opinion. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'm just very confused on what to do. Okay, well, I wonder, so, okay, I would ask you this. Do you think that you could talk to her about it? That would be my first question. Could you talk to her about it? My daughter's a teacher, and so she would probably have a really, really good answer for this. Oh, look at that. Her eye is definitely looking over the other way. So now we just have to get this eye to do the same thing. And then we're just going to grab this. See what your answer was there. I'm just very confused on what to do. Yeah. Well, okay, so I'm going to ask you a question, and I don't want you to get mad at me for asking you this question. But do you think that the classroom is too noisy for her? I'm not saying you're noisy. I'm just saying, do you think the classroom might be too noisy for her and that it makes her grumpy? Is that possible? Is it possible that the classroom is making her grumpy and it's not really you? No, the classroom is not making her grumpy. Okay, good to know. Done. Okay, deselect. And so if the classroom is not making her grumpy, are you doing anything to make her grumpy? Are you being noisy or disruptive or anything like that? Oh, she's definitely looking the other way now. I love it. I'm guessing that you're not doing anything, but I don't know that. Okay, what layer is this on? This layer? This layer? This layer? Okay. Ah. Okay. they all. I might have to get rid of that very first pause. I might have to get rid of the very first one of those. Okay. No, it's just probably because I lost a math notebook. Oh, it's hard to keep track of things sometimes when you have to carry them back and forth to school, or if you move around the room with them, I imagine. Can you think of what you might do to solve this problem? I think I'm going to get rid of this one. Delete frame. And then let's see if her face, oh, her face looks so much better. That first one wasn't working. I love it. Okay, pause. Let's go over here and we're gonna duplicate, 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 duplicate. Oops. Delete, delete. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back here and grab this one, duplicate, and move it all the way to the end. So her eyes are going to kind of follow what the words are, as the words are typing out. Duplicate, and let's move this one all the way to the end. No, it's just probably because I lost a math notebook. Well, you know what? She won't stay mad over that. So I would maybe think about, first of all, I would picture yourself. This is what I used to do when I'd go out to lunch with my friends. I would actually, before I got to lunch, I would picture myself laughing. And then I would picture the other person laughing. And do you know that almost every time that I did that, I would go to lunch with my friend and we would have so much fun together. So maybe you could just do that. So let's see, I don't know, but she gave me a new one, but she said that it was my last one and it was my second one. Oh, so like she's only giving you one chance, which feels kind of unfair. But you know what? Instead of worrying about this, you've got another notebook. You could picture yourself doing really good math in your notebook, and you could picture yourself smiling about your math, and then you could picture your teacher smiling at you because you've done such a good job on your math. Like that could happen. I think I'm going to have her blink now, and I haven't drawn a blinky one yet. So let's draw a blinky one. And the way to do that is just to grab this color right here. Whoopsie. I want to be on that layer. just do a regular brush and I love science too because it makes me happy. Oh, well, that's great. You know, if you go far in science, it'll help you when you try and get a job later. You'll have more choices if you can go a little bit farther in science. You'll have more choices of what you can do for work. And it's also interesting. It just keeps life so interesting to be able to think about science. I wonder if I need to. I mean, there's so many cool things in science. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Well, first I have to do this color. And my dream is to be a science or a music teacher. Ooh. Well, now that creates a whole nother layer to this challenge with the grumpy teacher. So if you were the teacher, what would you say to you, the person who lost their notebook? What words would you use when you were talking to that person? You want to teach pre-K and kindergarten. Okay, cool. And if somebody lost their notebook, what would you say to them? Okay, so she's blinking her eyes right there. Duplicate and duplicate. Duplicate, 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 duplicate. It's okay. I will give you 3 more chances. Okay, but if you lose them all, I will let you work with a friend. Okay, that sounds like a pretty good negotiation. Maybe you should tell your teacher that that's what you would do if you were the teacher and see what she says. I bet you it'll make her smile. I would tell her. I would. Is it a he or a man teacher? I assumed it was a woman, but it might not be. I think maybe you said it was a she. Okay, so let's look at this. What happens when we hit play all? We build, yep, her eyes are watching the letters pretty much. So this one has 52. How many does, oh, we've got to go all the way to 61. Okay. Oh, it's a woman. Okay. Well, I think that I am about as I've done as much as I'm going to do tonight. I really appreciate you watching through this whole thing. And I want to wish you really good luck with your teacher. I would talk to her and just tell her how you feel. And you might be surprised how it turns out. So thank you so much. And if you haven't hit the like, do that and hit the subscribe. I'm going to go look at Roblox. And also I've got to write down your friendship at friendship m-7. I'm going to take a quick screenshot. You can still hear me. Sometimes when I do weird things with my phone, my voice won't come through. But what I wanted to say to you was, I'm going to go check out these things you told me about. So thanks so much. I love learning about what other people are doing on YouTube, and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.